What's up, guys? It's MKWM Phenom here with a brand new video. Basically, since we're halfway through the college football season, I'm gonna make an updated ESPN's top 32 prospects. Basically, this is gonna be the second version. I'm planning on doing three. The first one was gonna be before the season. The second one was going to be halfway through the season, and the third is going to be after the season. And then maybe I'll do, after everything's settled and we know who declared and who didn't, then after that, then maybe I'll make them, more often, heading in towards the draft. But yeah, this is the second one out of three for the season. And so let's get it started, folks. Alright, so far right now, the number one ranked prospect is Star Lotulelei, the defensive tackle from Utah. Great player. He's been a beast as expected this year. Him and Jonathan Hankins have been really battling it out to see who's going to be the number one defensive tackle taken. But right now, how things stand, one would have to believe that, Star Lotulelei has been really just head and shoulders the better prospect, and he's been one of the best players on the field. The guy creates havoc all over the field. He dismantled USC, and the guy, he demands that double coverage all the time, and sometimes that's still not enough. So he's a beast, and he's gonna be a great one. Number two, the number two ranked player right now is Jarvis Jones, outside linebacker, Georgia. Having a strong year. Had a little bit of a quiet game against the Gamecocks a few weeks ago, but other than that, he's had huge games, and the guy's just a beast. He's a machine. He reminds me of a Von Miller, to be honest with you. So let's see how he keeps doing this year. But he's been a force to be reckoned with, and there's no doubt in my mind he'll be a top 10 pick. Number three, Barkevious Mingo, defensive end out of LSU. Now, I think this guy is a monster. I think his stats aren't there, but he's a disruptive force on the field. No doubt about it. This guy's a difference maker. He makes offenses work, to do something against him. That's how good he is. He's a beast. But yeah, I don't think he's got the strength one would need to become a defensive end. This guy's strictly a 3-4 outside linebacker. He cannot be a 4-3 end. He's just not that strong, and he's not that big right now to do that. But as an outside linebacker, this guy's gonna be a beast. Number four, quarterback, Geno Smith out of West Virginia. 2 years ago we had Cam Newton. Last year we had RG3, and this year we have Geno Smith. Now, Geno Smith is not better than Cam Newton, and he is not better than Robert Griffin III. He is, however, dead on accurate and very, very poised. He's I don't know. The kid is a great college football player. Don't get me wrong. I just don't. He's good. There's something about him that's not on the same meter, on the same level as Cam and Robert Griffin III. It's just. He's a great passer. I just don't see that superstardom there. But we'll see. He's a great college football player. Probably will be, if he keeps playing like this year. Matt Barkley keeps playing like how he's playing. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. He's gonna overpass Barkley on most draft boards and get picked before Matt Barkley. Number five, Matt Barkley, quarterback, USC. A year ago when my Dolphins were in need of a quarterback, and he decided to go back to school. And then I was like, oh my God, great. Who are we gonna? I don't want to get Brandon Whedon. And who's this Ryan Tannehill guy? And then I started studying Ryan Tannehill. And in hindsight, I'm so happy because if I would have had this guy over Ryan Tannehill and seen what Ryan Tannehill's becoming, I would have been very upset. But Matt Barkley reminds me of Champ Pennington. Let's see what happens. USC quarterbacks have bad luck coming into the NFL. They've been for the last few years. Let's see what happens. Matt Barkley not having a very solid year. My drop, will be a top 15 pick, maybe top 12, but that's about it. I don't think he'll be a top 5 pick unless a quarterback needy team is in need. Number six, offensive guard, Chance Warmack, Alabama. This guy is a beast. He's a monster. He is completely a force to be reckoned with. If my Dolphins were to pass on a receiver or a cornerback in the first round, which are probably our two biggest needs, to be honest with you, I'd be pretty damn happy getting this guy. Chance Warmack, the best offensive guard to come out in forever. This guy's a beast. He's a monster. He clogs up running lanes. He's a great pass protector. He can play left guard, center, right guard. He can do whatever he wants. This guy's a beast. I love to have him on my team. He's going to be a top 20 pick because guards don't usually go in the top 10. But if I'd ever had to bet on a guard to go in the top 10, it would be Chance Warmack, folks. Alright, number 8. This is a man that has burst onto the scene this year. Never played football before FSU, and he is a monster. And his name is Bijan Warner. This guy is a beast. Think of a JJ Watt with a little bit more skill. Yeah, pretty scary. That guy's a beast. He's number 8. Oh, sorry, I skipped one. I skipped number 7. Manti Te'o. Again, this guy's a beast. Bro, he's playing inspired football. He lost his mother and his girlfriend this year, and he's been playing like a monster. He's been playing like a man on a mission, and he's really gonna be the top linebacker available in the draft, and he'll crack the top 10. Maybe, probably, should. He's better than Keeley was last year. Number 9, another inside linebacker, Alec Ogletree. Suspended the first few games of the season, but he's come back, and man, has he made a statement. This guy's a beast. He's a monster. He's gonna be top 15 pick, Alec Ogletree. Number 10, defensive tackle out of Ohio State, Jonathan Hankins. Again, a huge big-time tackle. Reminds me of Marcel Darius. Is in the running as a top defensive tackle on this very big defensive tackle class against Arlo Tulele. I think he's going to be a great player. I just don't think that he's going to be a top 10 pick. I think, well, no, you know what I'm lying to. He'll be a top 10 pick, and with a great combine, he'll probably be a top 5 pick. So, you know, we can definitely see defensive tackles taken back-to-back with number 2s and with the number 2 and 3 picks. Kind of like a few years ago with Sue and McCoy. That's what I'm thinking. Number 11, wide receiver, Justin Hunter, Tennessee. This guy is a monster. He's been playing great. The only reason why he doesn't have better numbers is because the quarterback play has been a little erratic. But yeah, 6'4". This guy had a beast year in 2010, and he was gonna have an even crazier year last year before he tore his ACL. But he's come back strong. He's come back big. He shows there's nothing wrong with the leg. He's the top receiver in the class right now, and he looks like a solid mid-round pick, top mid-round pick, top 15 pick probably. Number 12, defensive end Sam Montgomery out of LSU. Now, he's more polished than Marcavius Mingo, but Marcavius Mingo has a higher upside. Number 13, defensive tackle. No, I'm sorry, number 13, offensive guard, not defensive tackle. Offensive guard, Jonathan Cooper. Yeah, out of North Carolina. This guy is a beast. Jonathan Cooper is a great guard. I want to say he's a better guard than Chance Warmack, but I think he'll crack the first round as well. He's like a Kevin Zeitler from last year, if you remember. Number 14, defensive tackle out of Georgia, Jonathan Jenkins, a monster up front, a nightmare for offensive linemen, and this kid's gonna be a top 20 pick. Mark it down, folks. Number 15, defensive end Corey Lemonier out of the University of Auburn. Pretty good, solid pass rusher. Gets to the quarterback a decent amount of the time. Not one of the better defensive ends in the draft, but definitely worth a first-round pick. Number 16, another defensive tackle out of North Carolina, Sylvester Williams. Man, is this class freaking stacked with defensive tackles or what? Yeah, out of North Carolina. Big, strong guy. Not better than Jenkins, not better than Hankins, and not better than Solia as Lotulele. But definitely, you know, those three are gone. He'll be worth your wild. He'll be worth the pick there. Number 17. I think this guy should be rated much higher than this. I think he's a top 10 player right now. Cornerback, DeMarcus Milliner out of Alabama. This guy was fairly unknown coming into the season, but he was always one of the better cornerbacks in Alabama. Even when Kirkpatrick and Barron were there, and McKenzie, he played extremely well, and he's overpassed David Emerson by far as a top corner in the class. He's big, rangy, he's shut down, he's man-to-man, he's zone, he's everything you want in a cornerback. And the fact that he's 17 is a little mind-boggling. He should be top 10, but, well, he's going to go in the top 10, folks. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if this kid starts shooting up draft boards, and you might see him go in the top 5. You might see that happen, because this kid is that good and he's got that much potential. Number 18, defensive tackle. Again, what a surprise. LSU Benny Logan. Again, that LSU defensive line is monsters. Marcavius Mingo, Benny Logan, Sam Montgomery. 3 first-round picks in that D-line, folks. Number 19, an offensive tackle to Tennessee, Dallas Thomas. I think he's going to fall to the second round. I don't think he'll make it to the first, but definitely a great tackle. I think he's going to be a guard in the next level, bro. They play him more at guard, and he's better at guard. Number 20, wide receiver, USC, Robert Woods. Robert Woods has not had the season we thought he would have. He's still a dangerous player. It's just the fact that Matt Barkley has been ineffective at times this year, and Marquise Lee's just been a beast. It's taken away from Robert Woods' receptions. But to me, he looks like a solid Jeremy Maclin type player in the NFL. I think he's a Jeremy Maclin type. He's 6'1", 185. He can do it all. I think he's a skinnier version. He's a mix of Ted Ginn and Jeremy Maclin, except he can actually catch. Because Ted Ginn can't catch. All right, number 21, another cornerback out of Mississippi State, Jonathan Banks, the second best corner in the class. Definitely will be probably a top 15 pick. This guy's good. He's fast. He's rangy. He's long. He plays with his hands a lot. He's dirty up front. He jams you a lot. He's like a Cortland Finnegan. So let's see what happens. But yeah, definitely a superstar there. Number 21. 22. Somebody that I think is gonna go a lot higher. Probably gonna go in the top half of the first round. Luke Jocko out of Texas A&M, a great offensive tackle prospect. This kid's got it all, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if he cracks the top 10. Number 23, defensive tackle, Kawan Short out of Purdue. Is that 6 defensive tackles in the first round? Yeah, I think so. Kawan Short, defensive tackle out of Purdue. Again, just another big defensive tackle. Disrupting player. To be honest with you, I've seen him play once. He created a lot of havoc, and he's definitely somebody to watch out for. Number 24, quarterback Logan Thomas. I don't even think he should be in the top 32. He's not lived up to expectations at all. He's been a mess this year, and if he declares, it'll be. I think he'll drop to the second round. If he gets picked up in the first, it'll be just simply based on raw talent. Number 25, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin, Ricky Wagner. A big guy, reminds me a lot of Nate Solder, and Riley Reef, that type of player. Very strong, Big Ten offensive lineman, man. They're money. Number 26, wide receiver, Keenan Allen out of Cal. I think he's probably the second best receiver in the class. I think Hunter's number 1. I think he's number 2. I think Woods is number 3. I think he's gonna go a little bit higher than he'll probably go in the top 25. Yeah, is having a monster season, but it's just that his quarterback sucks, so I think that's his brother. I think Zach Maynard is his brother, and so his brother sucks at throwing him the ball. So yeah, but if he had a good quarterback, he'd definitely be a monster. He is a monster, but he'd have better numbers. He's definitely gonna be. He's like a Plaxico Burress, except with better feet and faster. He's a beast. And a younger Plaxico Burress, because Plaxico Burress now is a joke. 27, defensive tackle out of Missouri, Sheldon Richardson. Yeah, another defensive tackle. How many is that? 7? 28, Marcus Lattimore, running back, South Carolina. 2 years ago, I thought this guy was gonna be a Hall of Famer, like a Barry Sanders. Last year, he was on his way to that until he tore his ACL, and he's been good. He's a workhorse back. He's like a Ricky Williams type back when he first got here to Miami. But fact of the matter is, I think he's too injury prone, to be honest. Number 29, safety out of Georgia, Sean Williams. Number 30, defensive tackle, again, out of Alabama, Jesse Williams. Wow, 8 defensive tackles. Number 31, a very good safety in Tony Jefferson out of Oklahoma. And the final player is Tyler Wishing, quarterback out of Arkansas. So, folks, those are your mid-season top 32 draft prospects. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you search for some of these players, do some research for yourselves, find out what your team looks like and needs, and have fun with this stuff. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy. This is MKW and Phenom signing off.